Good On Industries presents Game Time on TL Media. The following is a live presentation of TL Media.
My guest right now is John Odgers. John, what's keeping you busy these days? Can you update our viewers as to the whereabouts of you?
Yeah, I'm currently the assistant strength coach with the LA Kings. So my wife and I are living in LA here. We got about, I think, 13 games left in the regular season. So things are starting to wind down and just kind of prepping for playoffs and finishing out the regular season.
Yeah, that's coming up pretty quickly, and you guys are in good position to make a playoff push.
Yeah, I think our team's got a chance to, win a round or two and maybe surprise a few people. We started off great and then kind of got cold and had a coaching change in January, but I feel like we're kind of coming around, and with how much experience we have with some of our older guys, I think we'll be ready for game one of the playoffs to prove a few people wrong.
I'm a Canucks fan, die hard, but LA is one of the teams I don't want to play.
It's looking like if we do finish in that wild card spot, that would probably be the team that we would end up facing,
and it would be a good matchup. The seasoned veteran that you guys are, and a little over the radar or overachieving. A lot of people are not really giving the Canucks the credit I feel they deserve. As an NHL staff, which teams do you guys fear the most or respect the most? Might be a better word.
Just speaking to some of the other staff members, I think the teams in the West that are the scariest, and the ones that you don't want to match up against, are Dallas and Colorado. I think that we actually match up pretty well against Vancouver. I think that would be a good series. We've played Dallas twice in the past 4 weeks, and both instances have not went well. So that's a team that's built for the playoffs. I think they're gonna make a really good run, and Colorado's got so much firepower, good goaltending, and experience on their side that I think that's a team that nobody wants to match up with either.
Yeah, I think there's 7 or even all 8 teams in the West have a legit shot, and all you have to do is get in.
Yeah, you saw that last year with Florida when the Kings won the Cup in 2012. They were the last team to get in, and I think they set the record for least amount of games played or needed to win the Cup that year. So it's funny. As long as you get in, you got a chance.
To those of you that might not know who John is a local guy. He's Jeff Odgers' son, and Jeff is the coach of Rocanville. And you spent a few years playing for the Tigers, did you not?
Yeah, so I played my last year of junior with the Yorkton Terriers in, I think, 2014. And I played one full season with the Tigers right after that, so in 2015. And then I ran into some shoulder trouble that caused me to quit playing with Yorkton too, and just decided that it's probably time that I quit playing contact hockey.
That must have been a really tough decision.
Yeah, because at the time, I got to play a few games with my dad, and I was really, really good friends with a lot of guys on the Tigers team. It was a really good group. I had a lot of fun, but yeah, unfortunately, contact sports probably weren't going to be in the cards for me with how my shoulder was holding up. So Now just a fan, now just cheering from afar.
Have you tuned into any of the Tigers broadcasts that we've done? I guess we've only done one this year.
I haven't this year, but I have before. I watched a couple years ago when they won. A couple years ago when they won in Theodore. I was watching the game on my laptop at one of our games, and it was funny. I got a few interested staff members on senior hockey in Southern Saskatchewan, and a lot of staff members that we have here from either the northeastern part of the states or Minnesota/Wisconsin, and they don't have anything like that. So they were all pretty intrigued at how intense the hockey was and how many fans were there. So tuned in a few times, but not yet this year.
Senior hockey is intense in Saskatchewan. I live in Manitoba, and I quite often do most of the games I do are out of Saskatchewan nowadays. Yeah. We did a Canison game against Kindersley. We got around 6,000 viewers just watching that one night, our stream alone.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
And
my brother just refed Game 2 of the South A finals, the Round Lake Bears and I think Lumsden.
Yeah,
and he said that the whole place was packed. It was elbow to elbow, standing room only. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Dakota's playing for Rocanville and doing quite well.
Yeah, I know. Him and Dad together there. I wish I could make it home for a weekend and play one game with all three of them, but probably not going to work out.
Not this year, anyway. But we'd love to see that. We're a big fan of the Odgerses on TL Media, and you guys have always been great supporters of us. And so, what's the day-to-day like for the assistant strength coach for the LA Kings?
So it'll start. We get in and we'll set up the weight room for whatever the guys have that day. If it's a game day, there won't be a formal lift or workout for the guys. It'll more so just be a warm up before they go on the ice for pregame skate. If it's a practice day, once the guys get in, have breakfast, they'll come upstairs to where our gym is, go through a workout with us, and then during practice, we monitor or track all the guys' movements on ice with a piece of technology that the players wear in their shoulder pads. So we'll be out for practice. We'll be monitoring on ice workloads, how much the guys are doing, and then after practice, guys will come through and either cool down, have lunch, make a shake upstairs with us. Then they'll be on their way. For game days, we'll head downtown. We help them with their warm-ups before the game. And then we're there, in between periods if they need anything on the nutrition side, just to kind of help out and, get the guys whatever they need during the game.
Who are some of the more trainer-required players that need the trainer the most? Or I guess I should say, which players have you had the most dealings with? If you can say that.
We have a group that is pretty consistent with coming up to see us. We see all of the guys every day upstairs in some capacity. Some of the fittest and strongest guys on our team would be Anze Kopitar, Adrian Kempe, Carl Grunstrom's Swedish kid who plays on our fourth line. He plays really hard. He's very fit, very strong. But for the most part, we have a group that's pretty committed to our side of things. They're upstairs with us every day in some capacity, and it's led by our older guys. Trevor Lewis would be another guy in that category who, is exceptional with us. Leads by example in the weight room, and then obviously by the way he plays on the ice too. So the older guys, we have a really good group that is committed to our side of things, which helps a lot.
You mentioned that you have about 13 games to go. How many points up are on a playoff spot are you right now?
I think that St. Louis. I think St. Louis is 4 to 6 points behind us. I might be mistaken. We're a couple points ahead of Vegas right now. So basically, we're playing out to see if we're going to finish, I think, in third in our division, where we would play Edmonton, or fourth in our division, where we would play the first place team in the West. So that could be either Colorado, Winnipeg, Dallas, or Vancouver.
How about the Jets this year, or even the Canucks?
Yeah, those are both teams that I think people were expecting to be good, but have definitely exceeded people's expectations. Especially the Canucks. Like, people were probably expecting them to finish in third or fourth in our division, and Rick Tocchet has turned that team into a team that a lot of teams in the West don't want to play. So they're a good team. They have good goaltending, and they've got a lot of firepower up front too.
This is your first year or second year as assistant strength coach, correct?
Yeah, second year full time with the Kings. Yeah.
What would be your next step in career goal if you had to set one right now?
So the progression would either be to slide into a head strength conditioning position, but there's a new position that a lot of pro sports teams in other sports as well are starting to utilize, which is a sports scientist. And yeah, I talked about it briefly earlier, but every time the guys go on the ice, they're wearing a device in their shoulder pads that gives us speeds, accelerations, distance traveled, on-ice workloads. There's a laundry list of metrics that we get from that. And then sports scientists will look at that data, interpret how much we've been doing, what our schedule looks like going forward, and then give recommendations to the coaching staff on how hard practice should be over the next 3 times that we practice, with games included. Should we practice at all? Should certain guys not skate on certain days, which doesn't happen often, but in some cases is warranted. But that's a position that I'm very interested in. So it would be one of those 2 positions that would probably be the next step for me.
What advice do you have to kids tuning in, and maybe they're not the best hockey player, but they have strong career admirations to make it in professional sports?
I heard a pro scout once say this quote, and it stuck with me for a long time. He said that there are more fourth liners in the NHL that are overachieving and exceeding what they're capable of than first liners in the NHL. And I think what he was trying to get at is that the guys in your top 6 in the NHL are just a different breed of human being and athlete. They were given a gift that no matter how hard you work, unfortunately, that just may never come. But the guys in the bottom 6 of most NHL teams are there because they have committed to working the hardest for the longest amount of time. And I think that's what that scout was trying to get at, that, a guy like Trevor Lewis doesn't have the raw ability and hockey sense, the raw skill that maybe Kopi does, or the speed that Adrian Kempe does. But he's about to play 1,000 games at the beginning of next season, and he's done that just through hard work, committing to it, and doing it every day for the past 20 years. So that would be my advice, is that you don't need to always, if you're not the best player on the team, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a chance to move on further than the guys who are best players on your team.
Absolutely, that's 100% true. Well, I think we're almost at our time limit, John. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Go Tigers.
All right. Thank you very much for your time right now, John, and all the best to you and the Kings the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thanks, Trav. Appreciate it.
John Odgers of the Los Angeles Kings, and we'll be back with more Good on Industry Game Time after a word from our sponsors.
Live from the Noble Construction Arena, it's Saturday night. The Rocanville Tigers take on the Canora Cobras. It's Game 2 of the SEHL Finals. Here's your host, Travis
With 68 points, 34 goals, and 34 assists. The stop scorer award goes to number 10, Taylor Thompson.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland. They're just handing out some awards here, so we'll let the PA announcer do this thing, and we'll be joined with you momentarily for Game 2 of the SEHL Championship Series.
Next up, with a goals against average of 2.63. The top goals against average goes to number 39, Dakota Berezowski.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire, Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
Welcome to the Noble Construction Arena in Rocanville, Saskatchewan for Game 2 of the SEHL Championship Series. It's Saturday night. I am your host, Travis Longman. Mitch Selkirk, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing all right, buddy. Up here in Saskatoon.
Running back to Saskatoon and tomorrow night. Travis Longman is tired. I feel like a Willie Nelson song, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. But I digress. It's great to be doing some Saskatchewan senior hockey, and we're underway for Game 2. Passes it over. Here come the Tigers. Let me want to thank everyone for tuning in. Spinning around. Thompson. Rocanville has it poked off the stick, banked off the boards. Thompson going hard after it. He bumps into Foster, who moves it ahead. Falling down. Wilgosh passes it up ahead. The Canora Cobras wearing the early 1990s New Jersey Devils style of jerseys with the white main part with the black and green trim. The Rocanville Tigers And what else would you expect from a team called the Tigers? Black and orange with white. Passes it over. Across the blue line, sends it over. Howie. Howie bumps into Foster. Well, gosh. Passes it over across. Out of reach of Foster. Takes a shot, and that goes out of play. I was talking to head coach Darren Schwartz last night shortly after we signed off, and he was not impressed with his team's play in the first two periods. He thought they were skating in quicksand out there and was not wanting to see his boys get their feet moving. So far in the early going, still scoreless, but still too early to tell. Yeah, I'm expecting a much more physical style of play for the Cobras, and they're not going to... A Cobra against a Tiger. You know, that reminds me of a book that one of my boys would bring home from the school library, one of those Who Would Win books. Who would win, a Cobra or a Tiger? I don't really associate any of those animals with ice. A Cobra, wouldn't they freeze to it? So the Tiger, they'd slide all over. So I'd like to see a Cobra and a Tiger actually on ice. But I digress. This Regal hasn't knocked us off his stick. Over the blue line, over the red line, now across the blue line. Falling down is Robideau, and Canora has it behind the net. Foster swinging it in front, back to the point, takes a shot, redirected, stopped by Berezowski. This is not a recording, ladies and gentlemen. Berezowski was given the top goaltender in the entire league. Rocanville and Canora were had the same record of the regular season, and they had an equal amount of the awards when they were handed out, but they did not get league MVP. That went to Chris Gorchinski of the Churchbridge Imperials. The Churchbridge Imperials are having their awards night this evening, and you can catch a recap of that in the Four Town Journal coming up, written by myself. Photos courtesy of the legendary Ryan Stanko of the Four Town Journal. All around great guy. And he cooks a mean steak. Passes it ahead. Gets around. Here they come. Takes a shot and a big save there. Hold on for... No, he did not. Knocked away. Back over. Hope takes a shot and he scores. Rocanville has hope early on in game one. Game two. Well, they had it in game one. Now it's even higher in game two. A shot. Was that redirected? Palchevic gets by Palchevic. And it's 1-0 for the Tigers. Last night I knocked the Canora goal song. Tonight it is very appropriate for the Rocanville Tigers goal song. It's Cat Scratch Fever by Ken Nugent. But a reminder, I don't own any of the rights to this music. TL Media does not own the rights to this music.
Rocanville Tigers, first goal of the game. Scored by number 25. Brett Hope. Assist by number 5, Stefan Folliard, and number 10, Taylor Thompson.
Hope from Folliard and Thompson.
Thompson at 16:38.
Opens the scoring at 16:38, and it's 1-0 for the Rocanville Tigers. My guest during the first period intermission, and the second. I had the privilege of talking to Vance Weber from Wolseley is Hockeyville. You don't want to miss both parts of our interviews, so make sure you take your dogs out for a walk very quickly, or take a mobile device with you while you're watching old Poochie. Banked off the boards. It's nights like tonight, it's probably better to have a pet hamster. Less maintenance. Well, you don't have to walk them as much. Passes it over across the blue red line. Thompson sends it. Regal gets by, sends it in front. Passes it up ahead. Good defensive play by Robideau, but able to get it up to Logan Foster. Foster in, one hand on it, and he's dragged down to the ice, and we have a delayed penalty call. The Rocanville Tigers are heading to the penalty kill, but a fantastic effort by the former Kamsack Pee Wee Flyer, Logan Foster, amongst other teams. Logan's a natural talent, and I had the privilege. I lived in Kamsack in 2010 and 2011, and I watched Logan and the rest of those guys win the provincial championship. They only lost one game that entire year. That was the provincial championship against Southey, but they lost game one, but they won game two by more than the lost game one to win the provincial championships. Here's the penalty call.
Rocanville Tigers number 5, Stefan Fulliard. 2 minutes for hooking. It's Fulliard. 2 minutes for hooking at 15:05.
Fulliard's in the box for 2 minutes for hooking, and the Canora Cobras go to on the power play. Oh, he's taken awkwardly into the boards. That goes down the ice. Foster also played for the Estevan Bruins, the Melville Millionaires, the Swift Current Broncos, and another stint with the Melville Millionaires. I think last year he even played for the Grenfell Spitfires, if I'm correct. Down the ice. Valchevich out to play it. Moves it over. One of the Severson. I was admiring his duster as I was walking out to my car to get some water. And one of the nicest mustaches that's been on TL Media, next to maybe HPC podcast host Dustin Grimm. They are a proud sponsor of TL Media, and we are very lucky to have them aboard. And I think they're at episode 61 now, and go out and check it out in the archives and check out their archive footage.
Well,
I think he recently had a Grinds My Gears footage.
7 o'clock. It's already going.
Passes it up ahead.
Truck spot.
Gets it over. Takes a shot. Kicked aside by Berezowski.
Okay, bye. Okay, watch. Okay.
Sends it in front. Takes the shot. Going back after it. Dumps it down the ice. Fulliard falls down.
Okay, good luck up here. Bye. Okay, bye.
Passes it over. Bump behind the net. Gets it back. And that goes all the way down the ice. Valchevich, some careless puck handling. And we will take a quick 10-second time out here. You're watching Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media. Brought to you by
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Hair and Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
Dennis passes it up ahead, banked off the boards and out to center ice. We're going to have Vance Weber from Wolseley's Hockeyville. 2-part interview during the first and second intermission. And then after the game, Rocanville Tigers alumni, Atlanta Thrashers alumni, the one, the only, the legend, Jeff Rogers. And the backhand by Thompson Cochran has it. Thompson, the other guest on our Longman Apiaries post-game show. We're figured since we're in Longman Apiaries, the hometown, we'll do a 2-part episode.
Hello.
Takes a shot on. Just has it stop. Passes it over.
Just tell them to bring that back. Them. I do have up here.
Fuller.
Is it Abby?
Passes it over.
Yeah, it should be Abby. In there. Just block that. Okay.
Behind the net, the Tigers have it. Shots on net are 4-1 in favor of Rocanville. Passes it up. Nice tape-to-tape pass. Haney. Haney swings it around, passes it over to Cochran. Cochran turns it back to him, and taken down, and the horn goes here from the Rocanville fans. We are inside of a booth today, so we don't get the outside noise. We don't get to hear the Martians firing off every 2 seconds like we did last night in Canora, but they're very passionate fans, and they love their Cobras. Thompson. No, that is Mr. Regal. Roberts. Starts with an R. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Community Insurance Incorporated in Canora, Saskatchewan. Serving Canora District for over 35 years, providing general insurance. Located at 101 Main Street, Canora, Saskatchewan. Call 306-563-5651.
Just a reminder, hockey fans, the 50-50 was starting at $2,000 today, courtesy of House of Hearing, SRA's in Rocanville, Bridgeview Manufacturing from Gerald, JL Apparel and Promotions from Houston, St. Lazare Tire from St. Lazare, and Nixon Electric.
Well, I am seriously considering getting the 50-50. Wonder if they'll come up to the broadcast booth. Sends it in front to Bats. Regal. Mr. Regal. Leaves it. Howie. Sends it in front. Howie is also a member of the Red vs. Rockets provincial hockey team. He is not in Macklin tonight, obviously. I don't think they have mastered the art of cloning. They've mastered clothing, but haven't mastered cloning. So if you know a score in any of the provincial games, can you leave a message in the comments? I am working on, I'll check Twitter or X or whatever it's called right now. Whatever Elon's calling it. And we will have an out-of-town scoreboard. I'll see what I can find during our interviews during the first and second intermission. Bukowski sends it down. Tipped. Falling down. Thompson.
All right, everybody's right. They haven't used it every else. It's like $500 every 2 weeks on paycheck.
Spinning around, Cochran. Cochran passes it over in front and just missing the net. Falling down though. Hope is down. Hope. Upper body injury. He's skating gingerly down the ice. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media, and we'll take a quick 10-second time.
Gateway Co-op. Wanda Heron Photography. Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
The last broadcast I did in the Rocanville, or the Noble Construction Arena,
Hello? Hey.
was the Wadena Wildcats against the Rocanville Tigers. That was a ferocious battle between two felines.
North penalty number 29, Logan Foster. 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's Foster. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 8:21.
Foster for cross-checking at 8:21 sends the Tigers to the man advantage. Behind the net. Oh, watch out. Good collision there. That one should be on our reel for their next Our next video. We have an update on the out-of-town scoreboard. According to Reed Vandressar, the Kyle Elks. He scores! Regal makes it 2-0 for the Tigers. Pouncing on that like a kitten on a ball of yarn. The Tigers are king so far. And Cat Scratch Fever plays once again.
Nine from 27? Okay.
9 from 27. Correction on that one. Ashley Howie.
Second goal of the game. Third by number 9. Ashley Howie. Assist by number 27. Ryan Regal. That's Howie from Regal. 7:35.
It was Ashley Howie with the goal, and Ryan Regal got the assist. So, Phil, you can say bravo to Ashley instead. But the assist is just as important as the goal. Passes it over across the blue line. Taylor Thompson gets center ice. Gets it back over with a shot off the shoulder. Ziola moves it over.
Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
I'd like to say a special shout out to everyone watching back on TL Media, on our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I think we have everything social media except for OnlyFans and Instagram, and I don't plan on getting an OnlyFans. I don't have the physique. Rocanville has it. They move it over. And down the ice. Captain. Not for long, though. Hope gets it back. No, that's 29. Haven't seen Hope lately. That's good to hear that he is out there. I had 3 people to my left. Push up from the point. That really had no business going in. It goes in. And Rocanville is dominating this one early.
Hello? 22 and 4? Okay.
Dylan Haney from Dylan Reeby. And all Dylan.
For Rocanville Tigers, third goal of the game. Scored by number 25, Brett Hope. Assist by number 22, Dylan Haney, and number 4, Dylan Raby. That's Hope, Permit, Haney, and Raby at 5:57.
I have been made aware that our video quality is not the best. So we will bear with us for the rest of the first period, and I'll see what I can do during the intermission or during a commercial break. Thanks for letting me know, guys, and much appreciated. Producer Mitch tells me that it's looking a little better. Maybe I just needed to call it out. Because, you know, video has ears. Maybe there was a bird sitting on the power on the wire. Like a drunken at midnight choir. We'll take a break.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing,
There's some couches back in the back of the sound room. I think we're going to play the John Rogers interview. Producer Mitch will handle the intermissions. I'm going to go have a nap during the first period. First period intermission, rather. We've got some pre-recorded interviews. In front, Berezowski with the save. Takes a shot. Big block. Like you're seeing in March Madness. Vance Weber will be our interview during the first intermission as well as the second. But for those of you hoping to hear the Rob Peterson show, we'll have a couple of his episodes tomorrow night in Keniston. Producer Mitch will tee them up tonight and I'll run them. The Noble Construction Arena's filling up big time here in Rocanville. And they're excited that their Tigers have a 3-0 lead. Sends it in front. Backhand. Big rebound, and he scores. They're not excited about that, ladies and gentlemen, but they are in Canora. Scott McCoskey puts the Cobras on the board. Ending the shutout bid. Give the Cobras some life. The Snakes are nipping at the Tigers' heels.
Hello. 44-14-8. 8.
McCoskey from Rathgiver and Stefanition. With 4:12 to go here. Shots on net are 13-4 in favor of Rocanville. They're very quick on the shots on goal on the scoreboard. .4:12 to go here. First period. 3-1 for the home side. I don't think the fans are going to leave before the final whistle, final buzzer. And even then, I doubt they leave right after. They're going to stick around to have wings in the lobby. I thought about it, but right now I'm planning on going home and going to bed. We're going back to Mooseman and going to bed. I'm tired.
Our Cobras for goals. Cover number 44, Scott Mikowski. Assist by number 14, Bull Rathgaber, and number 88, Riley Stefanition. That's Mikowski from Rathgaber and Stefanition at 4:23.
McCoskey from Rathgaber and Stefanition. And down the ice, we will not take a quick... Yes, we will. We'll take a break. I'm going to be quiet here.
Nixon Electric. Wendy's Place. St. Lazare Tire.
Takes a shot and that goes out of play. What do you know? We're gonna pay some more bills.
Gateway Co-op. Wanda Heron Photography. Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
Passes it across. Here come the Tigers. Across the mountain. And bouncing like the Easter Bunny. But it's a little too early. We're a week out from Easter. Hey, producer Mitch, you want to go to Redbirds during Easter weekend? I'm unable to.
I don't know if I can make it, man.
I have to work. This is not my... This is a great side hustle, and I have so much fun doing this. But my regular job, and I enjoy doing that as well as I do home care as well. I do this on the side, but I'm starting to get tired. And our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. You're going to Keniston, correct?
I'll be there, buddy. For the Keniston Blizzards.
It's Sunday evening. Take on the Lumsden Monarchs, or as the Monday Nooner calls them, the Beach Boys. They go surfing up to Keniston after game 1 tonight.
Rocanville Tigers play number 27, Ryan Regal. 2 minutes for high sticking. That's Regal. 2 minutes for high sticking at 2:26.
Regal's in the box for high sticking as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the first period. As I was saying, our next broadcast is tomorrow night. Keniston against Lumsden. Game 2 of the Provincial A Championship Series. Make sure you log into TL Media early, as spots will go by fast. I mean, log in whenever you want, but you don't want to miss any of the action. And Monday, we're not doing anything Monday. We're not doing anything Tuesday. Wednesday, if the Mooseman Rangers lose on Monday to Redverse, we will have Game 4 of the Big Six Hockey League Championship Series. And if there's a Game 5 the next night, we will have that as well. And that's all we know. This could be the last live Saskatchewan game that I am able to make it to this year. Might be the last live game I make it to, period. Depending on what my life and work schedule are like. I have enjoyed
Last minute of play in the first period.
Every minute. I've enjoyed every minute of it, even during the technical difficulties like last night. Producer Mitch and I were talking as I was driving back over the Bluetooth headset, that every time we start off with a little bit of technical, it just makes us appreciate how well it turns out at the end. Turned over. Rocanville has it. Going across the blue line. 2-on-1. Passes it across. He shoots. No, he didn't. He faked the shot. Sends it across. Glove down. 13-5 are the shots on that. Probably 14-5 now. Down the ice. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. It's time to go walk Rover. But make sure you take a mobile device with you. I've got Vance Weber coming up in 3, 2, 1. You're watching Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media. We'll be back with Vance after a word from our sponsors.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here. Community Insurance Incorporated in Canora. Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance, Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire, Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance, Gateway
My name is Kristen Timmerman, and I'm an agronomist at Circle T Agra, and I am the CEO of my own company, Inputs Pro. Circle T Agra is our family-owned independent retail located in Treherne, Manitoba. We supply seed, fertilizer, chemical, and custom application to growers in our area. Inputs Pro is a mobile app or web platform that allows growers, agronomists, and retails to access all of the information from the crop protection guides for Western Canada. I hope that the legacy of Inputs Pro is to be that resource that is not company specific and is there for the grower when they need it. Running a tech company in a rural community is just such an awesome experience for me and the community itself. Seeing small businesses like myself grow into what they are, especially in these small communities, is just a whole nother level of excitement. Sunrise Credit Union is a local cooperative financial institution. They have helped our family for the last 25 years to grow our business into what it is today. Having a supportive lender is important for the growth and scale of our business. In such a volatile industry like agriculture, we need somebody that can accommodate our needs specific to our company. Sunrise Credit Union is such an important part of our community. They're always helping sponsor hockey teams and local events. I would recommend being a member of Sunrise Credit Union because they're there for you as a customer. They're really striving to make your goals become a reality.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan.
Here.
Yeah, screw.
Producer Mitch has informed me that we are almost ready for Vance Weber. So just cut me off when you're ready, Mitch, and we'll hear from Vance. And I spoke with him earlier this week from my house before I headed out west. Before I packed it up my game, head out west. I can't say the rest of that lyric. That's not TLBD appropriate. That's not family friendly. Producer Mitch, are you almost ready? Welcome to the Longman Apiaries. Producer Mitch, turn that part out. This isn't the Longman Apiaries post-game show. This is the second intermission between Canora, originally scheduled to be the second intermission between Canora and Rocanville. But to be honest, we can run this all weekend. We can run this until... Well, let me get Vance Weber to tell you more about Wolseley's Hockeyville. Vance, what can you tell us about the project and explain who you are?
Well, so my name is Vance Weber, and I am the media spokesperson for the Wolseley Craft Hockeyville 2024 campaign. No Saskatchewan team since Hockeyville's come into existence has ever won. We are the sixth town trying to win Hockeyville. And in 18 years, it seems bizarre to me that no Saskatchewan team has ever won. And we're trying to change that. We want to win it for Wolseley. We want to win it for Saskatchewan. Some of the cool things that come with it is an NHL preseason game as well. So that's another win for Saskatchewan, bringing an NHL game here. The reason why we got involved, though, originally into the whole Hockeyville program is we have an ice plant that is starting to show its age. It's on year 44 of a 25-year design. And through due diligence and care by our citizens, we've managed to make it last longer than any other ice plant of this design. It's the last dinosaur left living, I guess. And but it's showing its age, and we need to replace it. winning Kraft Hockeyville would get us $250,000 and a lot closer to that goal.
How many teams or community groups use the arena on a daily basis?
Well, on a daily basis, mostly it's just our hockey teams and our figure skating club. However, our hockey teams represent, I believe it is 5 different towns. So like a bunch of towns come together, depending on the level, whether it's like Grenfell or Lemberg, or we've got some from Whitewood that are coming and playing here. Or reserves as well. We actually, Sakamay is definitely one. I think there's 3 reserves playing on our different levels this year. Our U15 team is really patched together and has a wide spread. But if you are talking about communities that use it not weekly but have rented, oh my goodness, like Yorkton, White City, Regina, you name it. Like there's lots of tournaments that we host here as well. So it's not just Wolseley that we're trying to support, but it's actually the larger hockey community as well.
And probably more than just hockey, even. Probably lots of community events as well.
Oh yeah, it really is a hub. In the winter, it's a great place to go, grab a cup of coffee, a burger, and solve the world's problems with your buddies. And cheer on some kids as well, which is always fun. But in the summer, we do like cabarets and sport days and festivals, and I tell you, this arena, it's so vital to the community, and it just got a great sense of spirit to it. I mean, it was built by the community. In the 80s, 1980, I believe it was finally built. After a couple of years of fundraising for it, and it was just local guys got together and said, "Yeah, we need a new arena." They made it happen. And I guess they've handed the torch to us because now we need a new ice plant. The arena itself, the bones are amazing, but the ice plant needs to be replaced. And it's our turn.
What's been the biggest event to happen at the Wolseley Arena?
The biggest turnout for a one game that I was at was our Junior C Mustangs, the first year that they got into the QVHL. Capella Valley League. They made it to the finals, and I believe it went the full distance. It was the last game of the series, and the town of Wolseley is 850 people, and we had well over 1,000 people here, so it was a zoo, and it was an amazing time. At least that's for a hockey game. We just had our Wolseley had its 125th celebration this year. And so we had a big party here on the ice. Well, it wasn't ice. It was in the middle of summer. So on the concrete at that point, I couldn't hazard a guess how many people were there having a great time, listening to a band. It was phenomenal. I got a lot of great memories here, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's typical for Saskatchewan, I live in Manitoba, and the rink's an integral part of our community. And what would it mean? How devastated would the community be if it wasn't there?
That's I don't. It's not something I even like to entertain. Without a new ice plant, we're like probably a couple of years away from having a pretty concrete pad with a structure around it, honestly. So we really need to get it replaced. I know. Okay, talking about supporting outside communities, a few years ago, Ochap's rink burnt down, and they reached out to us. We managed to rejig our skating schedule to incorporate all of their minor hockey teams here. That was another way that we kind of helped out and reached out to the broader hockey community. They were devastated waiting to get that rink, and I pray that never happens to our kids and in the seniors too. Coming to a game, I mean, they love doing it, and talking and seeing their friends and being entertained. It's so important from a social aspect, from little kids to the big kids, and by big kids I mean 80-year-olds as well.
Stay tuned for part 2 of the interview with Vance Weber.
Welcome back to the lunch or Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media. We're going to play another commercial break, and then we'll have an out-of-town scoreboard here. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here.
On the out-of-town scoreboard, the Provincial A Championship Game 1, Caniston at Lumsden. That game starts at 8:30. Provincial C Championship Game 1, Wilkie knocked off Kyle 7-4. Wilkie leads that series 1-0. And the Provincial D Championship Game 1, Redverse leads Macklin 1-0 after the first period. In the SEHL Championship this evening, Minnesota Elkhorn battles Killarney at 7:30 Manitoba time. If anyone has a score to that, leave a message in the comments. Takes a shot, and that goes high and wide and about 27 feet outside. Thompson passes over to Fulliard. Down, gets it. Ziola spinning her over. Falling down, and a delayed penalty call. And right here in Rocanville, Saskatchewan, the score is 3-1 for the Tigers. But the Cobras have a golden opportunity to close the gap to 3-2. Passes it over. Trying to get something going here. Anything. Regal sends it down the ice. Going hard after it. Looking like a young Jeremy Weatherspoon. With the exception of the one of those 2002 Olympics in Salt Lake City.
2 minutes for interference. Robidoux, 2 minutes for interference. 19.
Turned over the blast. That rules it went out. Robidoux's in the sin bin for 2 minutes or less.
Well, you can't see this one. Yeah. Get up here.
Kyle and Wilkie were tied at 4-4 at one point, but Wilkie scored 3 unanswered to make the final 7-4. And speaking of making the final, at the Women's World Curling Championships, I'll get into that. Takes a shot, Rocanville shoots, and that misses the net. Odgers sends it down the ice. Odgers is from Spy Hill, Saskatchewan. And producer Mitch, he has some family in Spy Hill, Saskatchewan. As producer Mitch's dad, Les Selkirk, they're watching the game. And Dale Selkirk is watching. We'd like to say a special shout out to producer Mitch's family. Lynn and Les and Dale. Not sure if his twin sister Melissa's watching the game. Or older sister Brittany. Correct, Mitch? And if they're not, why not? 27 seconds to go here. It's a man advantage for Canora. As there's a doorbell going off to the left of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Just below our vantage point. Hope spins around. Kept in. Passes it over.
Okay. Yeah.
Banked off the boards.
Okay.
Fulliard sends it down. Tried to.
Okay. Yeah, get back.
Latham has it. Behind the net, driving. Round the net. Gets it. And down the ice it goes. And maybe we'll go to the Gateway Co-op. We will. We'll go to the Gateway Co-op and get some icing. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here.
Canora has to take the shot. Kicked this out by Berezowski, one of the top, well, he was the top netminder in the entire SEHL. How he goes back the other way.
The winning ticket number for the door prize is 1154.
Takes a shot, he scores!
115420. And you collect your door
The
prize
Tigers.
in the lobby. So please look for your tickets. They'll be re-entered in for the 50-50 draw.
Cat Scratch Fever did not get to play because they were announcing a door prize. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of live TV and indigestion.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of Cat Scratch Fever, but I've been told Cat Scratch Fever is a real thing. I thought it was just a... It is 4-1 for the Rocanville Tigers.
11-54-20. Okay. Rocanville Tigers, fourth goal. Score number 27, Ryan Regal. Assist by number 9, Ashley Howie, and number 2, Savannah Rogo. That's Regal from Howie and Rogo at 16:34.
Regal from Howie.
Ticket number for the door prize is 115420. You can see Alan at the door to collect your door prize.
That was 11420. Just in case you didn't hear it correct.
Yeah.
Don't throw out your 50-50 tickets though. That was just a door prize. It should be a good amount today. I think I heard $2,000. It started at $2,000. And look at this crowd. I can guarantee it's a little more than $2,000. Quite a little bit more. Takes a shot. He scores right under the glove. And watch out. The Cobras are slithering their way back into this one. I can guarantee my buddy from Canora, Clay Cuthbert, is watching and happy on that one. 4-2 now is the score. And producer Mitch does not want to show Clay any love, I guess.
44 from 88. Okay.
44 from 88, the shot under the glove. McCoskey from Riley's definition. "15 minutes to go here in the second period. 4-2 is the score for the Rocanville Tigers. Roboto passes over. Foyer up to Cochran. Cochran over the blue line.
Cobras goals from number 44, Scott Mikowski. Assist by number 88, Riley Stephanician. Mikowski from Stephanician at 15:04.
Mikowski from Stephanician at 15:04 cuts the lead in half. You can't count the Cobras out. They battle hard. They were down 2-0 to Swan Valley after 2 games and rallied to win the next 3 to advance to the championship. Boyard passes it down, off a stick, turned over, goes behind the net. .13:47 to go here. Rocanville cycling it around, gets it, takes a shot. That goes high and wide and missed the net. Sent across. Back over the blue line. Severson, one of them who probably has the nicest duster playing in this game tonight. If Canora can get within 1 before the end of the period, we've got ourselves a hockey game. Having said that, the 4-2 deficit isn't insurmountable. And we have a winner of our door prize. Although people that wear Minnesota Viking hats don't usually win. I'm a Canucks fan. I've never won anything either. Except for 2011, darn it. We won the West. And we've been terrible ever since. Sends it across. Dodgers taken into the boards. A good play by McCoskey. Fuller passes it over Thompson. Thompson takes a shot. Narrowly missed the net. During the second period intermission, we will have part 2 of Vance Weber from Wolseley as Hockeyville. Make sure you vote early and often on March 29th, 30th. Vance will have more instruction during part 2 of our interview. I thought play was whistled dead, but no, it keeps going. That's the rough part of not built. Takes a shot. That goes wide. Behind the net. In front, takes a shot. Big save. Spinning around. Falling down. And Canora has it. The blast from Robidoux. Down the ice it goes for icing. And we'll take a break. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TM Media.
Community Insurance Incorporated in Canora, Saskatchewan. Serving Canora District for over 35 years, providing general insurance. Located at 101 Main Street, Canora, Saskatchewan. Call 306-563-5651. Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
Let's take another trip to the Heritage Gateway Co-op.
Gateway Co-op. Serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op. You're at home here.
Rocanville back to the point. Takes a shot. Big rebound. No, didn't get through. We have an update from Macklin. After 2 periods, correct, Brad? It is 2-2 between Redverse and Macklin in game 1. Ten minutes exactly to go here in the second period. Reminder that on the out-of-town scoreboard, Wilkie knocked off Kyle 7-4 earlier today. Redverse and Macklin are tied at 2 after 40 minutes. And the Kenneson Blizzard and Lumsden Monarchs begin in half an hour from Lumsden. I have not been told if there's a live stream going on there. On a Monday nooner probably has boots on the ground in Beach Boy Town, as they call them. They affectionately dub Lumsden.
We still have no winner for the door prize. That number, once again, is 115420. You can see Parker in the lobby to collect your door prize. And just a reminder that 50/50 started at $2,000, courtesy of House of Hearing, SEHL Rocanville, Bridgeview Manufacturing, Gerald, JL Apparel and Promotions for Mooseman, St. Lazare Tire from St. Lazare, and Nick City Electric. That number for the door prize, once again, is 115420.
Regal sends it down the ice and out of play with 9:14 to go here in the second period.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Hair and Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
Next one,
Waved out of the face-off circle with Savats. Tigers win the draw. Folliard sends it up down the ice and passes it down. Folliard banks it off the boards and down the ice. Across the blue line, across the red line, and into enemy territory now. Lifts the stick and takes his man into the corner. Plays just below the vantage point. Thompson comes out over the blue line. Thompson gets in. Thompson puts it, and that goes wide of the net. Passes it over. Thompson digs, he dukes, and he stopped behind the net. 8:10 to go here, second period. Back to the point. Hope with the shot and a stop. Redverse is missing Hope tonight. He's usually part of their provincial team. Hope with the shot from the point. That goes wide. Rocanville has been dominating the pace of the play in the early going of this second period and much of the pace of the play in the entire series. It would be interesting to be a fly on the wall in the Canora Cobras dressing room after period number 2. But if they can get one before the end of the period, they're going to come out firing. And it should be an intense third period. Period 5 of this series. But we're only halfway through period 4. Hope has it behind the net. Sent down the ice. Knocked down with a high stick. Behind the net. Passes it back to Folliard with a shot. Had the top corner labeled, but it was mislabeled, and we'll take a quick break.
Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
Banked off the boards, down the ice it goes. Going hard after it. To Bats. Passes it over to Howie. Howie across the blue line. Sends it across. 6:20 to go in the second period. We would like to say a special shout out to producer Mitch's family watching. Les Selkirk, producer Mitch's dad, Les Selkirk, and as well his uncle Dale Selkirk.
Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire.
A reminder that coming up this week is a big week for the province of Saskatchewan. No, I'm not talking about the teachers' labor dispute. I'm talking about Wolseley as Hockeyville. Make sure you vote early and vote often. Register. Register to vote. This thing actually matters, and our vote actually counts as opposed to an election that takes place between a bunch of kindergarten kids that gets people to go to Ottawa. Passes it, Hope. Sends it down. I think kindergarten kids might be better, a better choice than those people, but takes a shot. Definitely more honest. Hope makes it off the boards. Ziola. Hope. And part two of the Vance Weber interview will air during the second intermission. Vance is one of the spokespersons for Wolseley's hockey.
Universe Satellite Sale, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
Hodges is taking the face off. He wins the draw back. Can't really see what's going on here, but Cochrane comes away with it. Cochrane is another town that Wolseley is up against, but this is Saskatchewan. Let's vote Saskatchewan. Alberta has two NHL teams as well, kind of, if you want to count Calgary. Watch them beat my Canucks tonight. You can now put money on the Calgary Flames to beat my Vancouver Canucks. Takes a shot, big rebound. That goes wide. The Flames they're going to be a good team in a few years. There's made a few. Conroy, good hockey mind. Sent down the ice. Behind the net. Kind of just playing catch there. Nobody really wants the puck. It's like hot potato or pass it down. Nobody wants a dump and chase. It's like the crust of the bread. Nobody wants it.
Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire.
Face-offs down at the far end. Shots on net are 18-10 in favor of Rocanville. Going through the blue line across the red line. Passes it down the ice. It goes, and that's a trip to the Gateway Co-op. No, it's not. The trip has been canceled, but we want to thank our friends at the Gateway Co-op nonetheless. Holds on for a whistle. The goalie did, and now we'll head to the grocery store.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here. Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
Battle along, sends it in front. Down the ice, keep rolling, 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 rolling. No, but you know the Tigers been loving this right here. Hope falls down, gets it over though. Sends it across, takes a shot, big rebound, the backhand. Stopped. 47 seconds into the game, the Vancouver Canucks are leading 1-0 against the Calgary Flames. How long will that last? Probably not long. The Canucks are minus 185 favorites, and the over-under is at 6. I'll take the over on that. Shots on net in this one are 21-10 in favor of the Rocanville Tigers. Sends it over. About to be 22-10 now. No good defensive play there. Hilliard moves it up. And if you're moving and need some furniture, or make sure you visit one of our sponsors. The score from Macklin is 2-2 after 40 minutes. And Audrey driving hard behind the net. Gets it back down the ice. And that's a trip. No, that's a trip down memory lane. Mr. Thompson circles. Passes it up ahead. Driving in hard. Moves it back. Minute 8 to go here in the second period. Hope sends it up.
Last minute of play in the second period.
If you're head coach Darren Schwartz, what are you saying to your boys after 40 minutes? Probably the same thing he said to me last night. Keep moving your feet. You got to move your feet. Last night, the Cobras had a great last 10 minutes of the third period to lose 6-3. And if they win the third period tonight, they have a good shot of tying this game up. But Rocanville's been a very strong team this evening. Cochran comes out through center, passes it up. 15 seconds to go. Sends it across. Over in the middle. Passes it. Takes a shot at a big rebound. Puck's still loose with 7 seconds to go. And it's almost time to go get the leash. Go refill your beverage. Take your dog for a walk. But make sure you take a mobile device with you, because you're not going to want to miss part 2 of the Vance Weber interview. You're watching Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media. The score after 2 periods of play is 4-2 Rocanville. We'll be back with Vance Weber after a word from our sponsors.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Hair and Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire, Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
Absolutely. I've put a fair amount of miles on my car, well, even just this year. Like I said, I live in Manitoba, but I think I've done more Saskatchewan games than I did. Oh, without question, I've done more Saskatchewan games, especially lately with the caliber of provincial play. It's been phenomenal this year, and it's shown me that hockey is alive and well, and there's no time like the present to get a Saskatchewan team to win Craft Hockeyville, and that would be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Manitoba as well, and so we're getting some support from places in Manitoba. So CFB Shiloh near Brandon, they created a video, 2 videos now actually. Of one was I believe artillery supporting us, and another was an infantry section attack in the winter supporting us, which I think is super cool that we're getting Canadian Forces support from Manitoba. Also, the GM of the Winnipeg Jets, Kevin Cheveldayoff, he gave us a shout out saying Wolseley needs to win. So that's pretty exciting. And I tell you, we need Manitoba's support as well. And I'm glad you've got reach into Manitoba, because I'm certain this is going to help. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm born and raised in Mooseman, spent the first 18 years of my life there, and I always like to give back so I'm not too far from Manitoba where I grew up, and I'm actually was in Mooseman. Well, we're recording this on Thursday morning. I'm going to Mooseman later on this afternoon to broadcast the Big Six game between Mooseman and Redverse. And every Saskatchewan arena I've been in has been jam-packed this year. You talked a bit about the support that you've got from other provinces. Has there been any surprise supporters? You've mentioned CFB Shiloh, Kevin Cheveldayoff.
So I do believe the Brandon Wheat Kings, they said something for us too. Saskatoon Blades, one of our, I guess that's still in Saskatchewan, but during one interview, one of the people was wearing a Saskatoon Blades sweater, so we got a shout out from them. Called my cousin who lives in Ontario, and his wife is an international lawyer, so I think we're going to try to get some votes out of them as well. One of our Wolseley's got a lot of people that have immigrated out of Wolseley. One of our best exports is our people, and some of them are living in BC near Enderby, and we've actually picked up a couple of votes there too, which is exciting. So yeah, a lot of support from Edmonton, we've heard, which is kind of cool. So I don't know. Yeah, it's humbling how much support we've gotten. I know one of our key committee members reached out to last year's winner in Newfoundland, and they said they're all in for us too, which is, at least that's what she said. So that's an exciting feeling, just to have all of those different communities supporting us across this great country. It's great. It's humbling. It's amazing.
When and how can people vote?
So what we need you to do is go to crafthockeyville.ca between now and voting and register to vote. So that's step 1. You got to register to vote. Step 2, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 29th, straight through till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 30th. You can vote as many times as you possibly can. So vote for Wolseley, vote early, vote often. And yeah, you've got that, what is that, a 30-ish hour window. Then results are announced live during the first intermission of Hockey Night in Canada, which is going to be Toronto at Buffalo. So that's going to be a good game. But more importantly, hopefully we get to celebrate a big win on that first intermission.
That would be absolutely phenomenal. Is there anything else you'd like to add right now, Betts?
We thank you for your support. And actually thank you to you. You reached out to me. That's amazing. I appreciate it. It's just amazing and humbling to get all that support from across this great country. Please keep up your good work. And let's go Wolseley. Let's get a win for the Prairies here as a team. And thank you for your support.
And thank you for your time, Vance, and all the best. And we'll definitely be voting early, often, and cheering on our friends out in Wolseley as we try to get first ever Craft Hockeyville in Saskatchewan. We'll be back with third period action or whatever game you're watching. We'll be back with more action after a word from our sponsors.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
We try.
Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here. Gateway Co-op, serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op, you're at home here.
My name is Kristen Timmerman, and I'm an agronomist at Circle T Agra, and I am the CEO of my own company, Inputs Pro. Circle T Agra is our family-owned independent retail located in Treeherne, Manitoba. We supply seed, fertilizer, chemical, and custom application to growers in our area. Inputs Pro is a mobile app or web platform that allows growers, agronomists, and retailers to access all of the information from the crop protection guides for Western Canada. I hope that the legacy of Inputs Pro is to be that resource that is not company specific and is there for the grower when they need it. Running a tech company in a rural community is just such an awesome experience for me and the community itself. Seeing small businesses like myself grow into what they are, especially in these small communities, is just a whole nother level of excitement. Sunrise Credit Union is a local cooperative financial institution. They have helped our family for the last 25 years to grow our business into what it is today. Having a supportive lender is important for the growth and scale of our business. In such a volatile industry like agriculture, we need somebody that can accommodate our needs specific to our company. Sunrise Credit Union is such an important part of our community. They're always helping sponsor hockey teams and local events. I would recommend being a member of Sunrise Credit Union because they are there for you as a customer. They're really striving to make your goals become a reality.
Hello, Wolseley. We are here on Saturday, March the 9th. This is
decision day for Kraft Hockeyville, and I'm here with Mayor Gerald Hill. How are things with you?
Pretty good.
Pretty exciting day?
Pretty exciting day. We're hoping that we're going to be successful. Good crowd. You can see there's a big crowd here.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah. So it just shows that the rink gets used.
So we're coming up on 6 o'clock here, and good luck, Wolseley.
Yes, good luck, Wolseley. Hopefully we can pull this off and do Western Canada proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Jerry, we did it!
Woohoo!
Way to go, Wolseley!
Look at that!
How about that, eh? So for those of you who may have missed it, Wolseley's in the running for top 4 for Kraft Hockeyville. The rink board and the whole gaggle of volunteers did a lot of work to get us to this point. It's not over yet, though, so we're going to be announcing some of the stuff that we need to do to win the whole darn thing. So it's time to bring it to Western Canada. Can't be prouder of our community. Way to go, Wolseley!
Woohoo! All right, so it's official. Wolseley is in the top 4. What do you think of that?
How about that? How about that? That's just amazing.
That's the best news I've heard all year.
That's right, today. But we're going to win this. We are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to bring it to Western Canada. So get out there and vote for us, everybody.
Yes, and voting day is what, the 29th, is it?
I believe so.
So we basically have to pretty much spam all of our friends and relatives and everybody between now and then saying on the day, make sure you vote.
Yeah.
So big congratulations to the town of Wolseley and all the folks who worked to make this happen.
Absolutely.
And
if it wasn't for them.
And the kids out on the ice.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's right. We got a game here about to start. No, it was a lot of volunteers that brought this to the table and did a ton of work, and good on them, to make this a success. So we couldn't have done it with our volunteers. They're an integral part of any community, especially our community. So good on you guys. Good for you, ladies.
All right. Excellent. One more cheer from Wolseley.
One more
we
cheer
did
from
it!
Wolseley.
Community Insurance Incorporated in Canora, Saskatchewan. Serving Canora District for over 35 years, providing general insurance. Located at 101 Main Street, Canora, Saskatchewan. Call 306-563-5651. Gateway Co-op. Serving you in Buchanan, Canora, Priestville, and Sturgis. Visit one of our convenient locations for all your fuel, liquor, food, and home building needs. Gateway Co-op now carries a full line of major appliances at our Priestville Home Center. Proud supporters of the Canora Cobras Senior Hockey Club. Gateway Co-op. You're at home here.
Welcome back. Third period's just underway on Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media. Rocanville leads 4-2. Let's get that score up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Producer Mitch, I think, ran to the grocery store. Has a hot date tonight, I think. I don't know for sure. And dump down the ice.
The gift card last year starts to make people laugh.
Producer Mitch is back. He's ready. Takes a shot. Rogers. Glove down. Coming up after the game, I will have a chat with Jeff Rogers as well as Taylor Thompson. If you have any questions for Rogers or Thompson, leave a message in the comments. And as long as they're within the boundaries of good taste, we'll ask. No question is off limits, as long as it's within the boundaries of good taste. Keep it classy here in Sasky. Takes a shot, stopped by Bukowski. And we'll take a very, very quick 10-second timeout.
Nixon Electric. Wendy's Place. St. Lazare Tire.
They are a proud sponsor of TL Media. Does HPC do GameSpot? They would do a good job. We've talked about partnering up. TL Media, the Monday Nooner, HPC podcast, just a all-in-one conglomerate.
Nixon Electric. Wendy's Place. St. Lazare Tire.
Cochran wins the draw, shoots it. Moves it over. Roberts. Cochran. That goes over the net. The Boston Celtics have won their 9th straight game. I just got a notification for any of you people that like basketball out there. Spinning around, moving it over. Pass across the blue line. Takes a shot, knocked aside, and we'll take another quick break.
Gateway Co-op. Wanda Heron Photography. Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
The physicality's picking up here, and Canora has it. They send it across. Oh, a golden opportunity to put them within one. Down the ice, spinning around Thompson. Thompson behind the net, moves it up ahead, takes a bump into the boards. Down the ice across the blue line. Rogers with a shot. That goes wide. A break there for the Tigers as it hit the linesman before it can get all the way down. Thompson spinning over. Passes it across. Banked off the boards. Down the ice it goes. An update on the out-of-town scoreboard. The Wilkie Outlaws defeated the Kyle Elks 7-4 this afternoon. 2-2 is the score between Redverse and Macklin after 2 periods. We have no score yet from Kenniston. The game just began 3 minutes ago. And the Tiger Hills Hockey League Championship, we have no score to report on that one as well. Down the ice. Kalshevik plays it. Foster sends it up down the ice. No ice. It was tipped down. There's a helmet at the red line. There's a Cobra helmet. No, there's no head in it though, ladies and gentlemen. So that's good. There's no upper body injury as a result of the lost helmet, to our knowledge. Moves it over. Cochran has it knocked off the stick. Sent down. Banked off the boards. The helmet has since moved. It's now closer to the blue line. Someone needs to start. Oh, the linesman picked it up. He has picked up the helmet. That was very nice. Nice and courteous linesman. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Universe Satellite Sale. Sundog Travel. Saskam Sportsman. Community Insurance.
If anyone knows the score between Killarney and Elkhorn, please let us know. We're trying to update our out-of-town scoreboard. Moves it over. Game 1 of the Tiger Hills Hockey League Championships. Thompson breaks out. Sends it across. Odgers sends it. Ricochets off the stick. Thompson takes the shot. That's knocked down. Banks it. Takes the shot. Big rebound. Odgers hammers it in.
Hello.
Thompson. He digs. He scores. Pretty goal. Wow, they don't get much prettier than that. And 5-2 is the score. And the intensity should pick up.
Tigers play number 22.
Possible charge there.
14-17. Our Cobras play number 10. Casey Madonic. Commits for roughing. Madonic commits for roughing at 14-17. Rocanville Tigers, 5th goal again. Scored by number 10, Taylor Thompson.
We will take a very quick 10-second timeout and be back. More Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Gateway Co-op. Wanda Heron Photography. Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing.
The sponsors pay our bills. The sponsors are the reason that we can bring you this broadcast. So unfortunately, they're part of our game. Without the sponsors, we would not be possible to do this tonight. And he scores. Howie sending it across, and Howie makes it 6-2. And a depleted, dejected Canora team. They've got a long trip back. Shots on net are 27-17. And it's 6-2 for Rocanville. Rocanville is one of the top teams in the province. I was shocked when they did not enter provincials. They could have easily been contenders. in any category that they went in. There's a lot of talent here.
Rocanville Tigers, 6 goals, scored by number 9, Ashley Howie.
Ashley Howie made it 6-2.
Ryan Regal. That's Howie from Regal.
Howie from Regal.
55.
The royal family in Rocanville. That's right. And 2 minutes for slashing. 6-2 is the score. .12-14 to go here, and the Tigers are going to the penalty kill. Canora desperately needs a goal here to get back in this one. The Tigers have scored a couple times this period. Sent across.
Okay. Rocanville Tigers penalty number 23, Cole Roberts, 2 minutes for slashing. That's Roberts, 2 minutes for slashing, 12-14.
Holds on for a whistle. Thought maybe we'd have something going here, but we don't. So are we okay to play a commercial break now? We're going to go to break for 10 seconds.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing,
.6-2 is the score in favor of the Rocanville Tigers. Kept in, passes over, takes a shot.
Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire.
The blast from the point. I believe that got him where no man wants to get it. Heading to the bench, and let's hope that they're done having kids. Passes it over. Across the blue line. Bumped into the boards. Takes a lick. Down the ice. Banked off the boards over. Odgers. No, Robert. Tibbetts. Haney. Mr. Haney has it on the corner. 10:25 to go here in the third period. We have an update from Macklin. Currently takes a shot. I will get to that update in a second. As soon as Canora is done with the puck, they take a shot behind the net, and out it comes. Moves it over. 3-3 is the score between Macklin and Redverse. 6-2 is the score here between Canora and Rocanville. Rocanville leads the series 1-0 and the game 6-2. The Tigers are looking to put their paws on the Snakes' throats, and huge.
This series will go Friday night, March 29th at 8 p.m. in Canora. And if Game 4 is needed, it will be either here on the 30th or the 31st.
You heard the man. Game 3 in this series will be Friday night in Canora. And if a game 4 is needed, it'll go Friday or Saturday or Sunday night here in Rocanville. Unfortunately, TL Media will not be able to make it to games this week. Well, if there's a game in Mooseman on Wednesday night or a game in Redverse on Thursday, we will be there. But right now, the Rangers leads the best of 5 series 2 games to nothing and can wrap up the Big Six on Monday night. It's my week to work evening, so I will not be able to make it to Redverse.
Get your 50-50 tickets out
on Monday. Okay, I work evenings Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday. If there's a game 3, I will be in Mooseman.
The winning ticket number for $2,450 is 102640.
The backhand he scores 7-2. The extra point is good. 7-2 with 8:45 to go here in the third period. 7-2. Well, don't go anywhere, folks, because the score, despite the lopsided score, after the game, I'm going to chat with Jeff Odgers and Taylor Thompson.
Hello.
We'll start with separate, and Thompson will join us on the Longman Apiaries post-game show.
Rocanville Tiger Goal, number 9. Ashley Howie.
Howie do
number
it.
2, Stefan Robidoux. Number 27, Ryan Regal. That's Howie from Robidoux and Regal at 8:45. That winning 50-50 ticket number once again is 102640. That's courtesy of Housing Hearing from Esrazy, Ridgeview Manufacturing, Gerald, JL Apparel Promotions, Mooseman, St. Lazar Tire, St. Lazar, and Nixon Electric. $102,640.
Haney bumped.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll take a quick commercial break if that's okay with Brandon. We got to pay some bills, Brandon. I'm sorry.
Gateway Co-op. Wanda Heron Photography. Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing. Nixon Electric. Wendy's Place. St. Lazar Tire.
Okay.
7:17 to go here in the third period. Rocanville has a commanding 7-2 lead, and they're gunning for more.
Austin Severson, 2 minutes for hooking. That's Severson, 2 minutes for hooking at 7:27.
I would like to interview Severson and get some tips on how to fulfill my mustache, and what mustache grooming tips he has. I know I need to shave. Oh, we have Brandon's approval. Thank you, Brandon. We have a lot of bills to pay, and life's expensive.
Interference? Okay.
Especially driving all over Saskatchewan to bring you live senior hockey. Takes a blast. That goes high over the net.
Passes
it over.
Scott Mikowski, 2 minutes for interference. Bukowski, 2 minutes for interference at 7:06. Lucky winner of the 50-50 tonight was Dwight Ravy.
The rich get richer. Congratulations to Dwight Ravy for winning the 50-50. It's over $2,000 from what I've heard. Congratulations, Dwight. Hope passes it over off a stick. 6:10 to go here. And if snakes had legs, they would put them between their legs. They would put the tails between their legs in 5:55 because they're going to go back to Canora down 2-0, barring a major miracle. Rogers passes it over. Takes a shot. That goes high and way down the ice. 5:27 to go here. And the Martians have entered the Noble Construction Arena, wanting to be taken to the leader. Bukowski driving, turned over. Rocanville's just a cohesive unit. They've got solid net binding, stout defense, and forwards that can kill you at a moment's notice. Canora, it's a great story, them being in the league championships. But through 2 games this series, Rocanville has proved that not this year, Canora, we're the juggernauts. Having said that, the hardest win in the best-of-5 series is the 3rd win. Canora fell behind 2-0 in their last round, and they're in the same hole. They're going to be in the same hole after this one ends in 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Sent down the ice. That one will not go for icing. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, wherever you're watching from. Leave a comment and let us know, and we'll give you a shout out. And also, if you have a score you'd like us to know about, I'd like to hear it. And we can echo it to our viewers. 3:35 to go here. Coming up on the Longman Apiaries postgame show, the best honey for your money. Go and see Nathan and Michelle today. Tell them TL Media sent you for a 0% discount. Sent over the blue line, takes a shot, and that goes wide. Hope has it behind the net. Bumped into the boards. We would like to say a hello to Todd Bobbitt from Canora, Saskatchewan, who's watching the Cobras. Probably a little disappointed with the result this evening, but I can guarantee you that the Canora Civic Center, or whatever it's called, I believe the Civic Center, yeah, I think that's what I saw last night. It was a scrum. It is the Civic Center. We have confirmation. I don't want to disrespect either team, either champion. So I'm not going to guess. Both of whoever wins the Big Six and the SEHL have a very strong champion. Like, it's looking like Rocanville and Mooseman, who are just separated by 20 minutes now because they lowered the speed limit on one of the worst roads in Saskatchewan to 80 kilometers. Absolutely terrible roads. I drove a lot of roads from Boissevain to Canora. Highway 8 between Rocanville and Mooseman is the worst road I drove on this province. Takes a shot, knocked away. 1 minute to go here.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Before I have to go on those roads again. It really is. And the mine is an integral part to the Saskatchewan economy. Nutrient, or as it was called back when my dad was working there, it's an important part. That's what makes Saskatchewan Saskatchewan. You have people commute from everywhere. And you'd think you'd want to keep the main roads in a lot better shape. But this is a hockey game. I'm not going to talk about the roads anymore. They are terrible. 7-2 is the score here with 51.1 seconds to go. Canora passes it over, falling down. Amen to that, Reed. Amen. Turned over. 3-3 was the score of the last report in Macklin. They are currently in the third period. If anyone has an update on Redverse, we are anxiously awaiting. And Keniston, their 20 started at 8:30. If anyone knows the score of those two games, leave a message in the comment. 5. The Tigers are hot in the tail of another league championship. The Tigers, they're looking like the kings of the SEHL. The Cobras, they saw a tiger, and they understand that they saw the tiger. The Tigers are the man after 2 games. Rocanville leads the series 2-0. Heading back to Canora for next Friday. The hardest win, like I said, is the 3rd win. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Your dog can keep barking. You don't want to miss the Longman Apiaries postgame show coming up on TL Media. We're going to take a timeout. Hopefully come back, and we're going to play a commercial break. Then we might play another. We're waiting for Jeff Rogers to get to the booth for the Longman Apiaries postgame show. You're watching Good On Industries Game Time on TL Media.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire, Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
We're going to air another commercial break.
Hello, Wolseley. We are here on Saturday, March the 9th. This is Decision Day for Kraft Hockeyville, and I'm here with Mayor Gerald Hill. How are things with you?
Pretty good.
Pretty exciting day?
Pretty exciting day. We're hoping that we're going to be successful. Good crowd. You can see there's a big crowd here.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, so it just shows that the rink gets used. So
we're coming up on 6 o'clock here, and good luck, Wolseley.
Yes, good luck, Wolseley. Hopefully we can pull this off and do Western Canada proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Jerry, we did it!
Woohoo!
Way to go, Wolseley!
Look at that!
How about that, eh? So for those of you who may have missed it, Wolseley's in the running for top 4 for Craft Hockeyville. The rink board and the whole gaggle of volunteers did a lot of work to get us to this point. It's not over yet, though, so we're going to be announcing some of the stuff that we need to do to win the whole darn thing. So it's time to bring it to Western Canada. Can't be prouder of our community. Way to go, Wolseley!
Woohoo! All right, so it's official. Wolseley is in the top 4. What do you think of that?
How about that? How about that? That's just amazing.
That's the best news I've heard all year.
That's right, today. But we're going to win this. We are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to bring it to Western Canada. So get out there and vote for us, everybody.
Yes, and voting day is what, the 29th, is it?
I believe so.
So we basically have to pretty much spam all of our friends and relatives and everybody between now and then saying on the day, make sure you vote.
Yeah.
So big congratulations to the town of Wolseley and all the folks who worked to make this happen.
Absolutely.
And
if it wasn't for them.
And the kids out on the ice.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's right. We got a game here about to start. No, it was a lot of volunteers that brought this to the table and did a ton of work, and good on them, you know, to make this a success. So we couldn't have done it with our volunteers. They're an integral part of any community, especially our community. So good on you guys. Good for you, ladies.
All right, excellent. One more cheer from Wolseley.
One more
we
cheer.
Did it! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest right now, Jeff Ott.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric.
Oh. Are we good to go, producer Rich? My guest right now is Jeff Odgers. Jeff, how are you doing today?
Oh, a lot better now. Yeah, it was a huge game for us, especially at home here. Game 2, and proud of the team. The guys that showed up, they played hard, played well, solid 60 minutes. So very happy.
Yeah. Which was the tougher game? Game 1 last night or game 2 this evening?
Well, I think game 1, we hadn't played for like almost 17 days, so you're going into that, you're a little bit nervous. I think the legs hands aren't quite there, but I thought the guys, it was maybe easier starting on the road with a little less pressure, and they responded well. And then, it was a hard-fought battle last night, coming back home, playing back-to-back nights after not playing for a while. You worry about, the guys' legs conditioning, but no, they had a great effort tonight and didn't stop.
Let's talk about the season. You had the only loss you guys suffered were to these guys. Is there any extra added motivation knowing that they were the team that ended your perfect season?
Well, it was. It was a tough game. It was right after New Year's. We had played Freesville the night before. We went up there, and just the kind of way it works in senior hockey, we were shorthanded. We were short, and I think we were down 4-0 before they even dropped the puck. It kind of felt like 4 minutes in, so we got off to a real rocky start. Couldn't climb our way back. So and that ended up being the game that cost us home ice for the finals. So that one hurt. So we felt like we had a little bit to prove. Both the teams, Canora had a heck of a season too. We finished off 13-1, and them coming off that 5-game series with Swan River, 3 overtime periods. They were ready for playoff hockey. So we had a little something to prove to Canora.
And that crowd that was there last night, what can you say about that?
Well, I think you look across the province, like the way senior hockey is getting supported. It's awesome. I think there's been a lot of, promotion of senior hockey in the last couple of years, and it showed.
Yeah.
People are coming out to watch, and I think they're realizing just the quality of hockey that's being played. This game tonight was 2 teams with guys that have played a lot of hockey, and as far as just, a fan value watching a hockey game, you can't go wrong with a lot of senior hockey in Saskatchewan right now.
No, absolutely. Whether it's Rocanville, Canora, we've been doing a lot of Keniston games, and we've been getting very good viewers up there. I think it was around 6,000 on 2 weeks ago when they were playing Kindersley, that double overtime classic. You've seen a lot of hockey. What are some of your favorite memories as a senior hockey personnel?
Oh man, it's been a great run here in Rocanville. I think this is the ninth final that we've been in. I think probably the highlight was the year. I think it was 2012, and so long ago now we won provincials, and our league, which was huge. And I think for me the highlight is the group of young men that I started with. I played with some of them. They were just young kids out of high school, running midget hockey, and now you look at them, they're young guys with families, there's kids running around the room. It's pretty special just to see how these guys have grown and how we've grown as a team and a group, and been able to build kind of a, I know it's only senior hockey, but we feel like we've built a culture here of guys that come in, and it's, special to be a part of, for me at least.
How long has Rocanville been a powerhouse? I can't remember the exact year, but I was still in high school, so at least 20 years ago. I'm from Mooseman, but I consider this to be my 1A home rink.
Yeah.
I've loved coming to Rocanville. And what year would you say that started, the dominance? Troy Hickman and Brad, the Hickman brothers. I remember that being part of your
Dustin
team.
Fisher came, and Wes Ray was still part of it. We won our first championship here. I came back and started playing in 03 after I retired, and I think we won, it was either 04 or 05 there. I think we won the first championship in Old Chat.
Yeah, I was at that game.
And then I left for a while. They won another one while I was gone, and then we came back and really, 2011, 2010, we had, Buddy Smith come, and we had Devin LeBlanc come. And then we had that line of Howie, Rigo, Gross, which was, in my opinion, one of the better senior hockey lines, in the province for a lot of years. But you mentioned a key guy was Brad Hickman. He was our captain for a long time, and he really, brought a lot of leadership here, and he put a lot of work in. He was the guy that got the merchandise going, the apparel going, and the Tigers brand kind of took off. And then we've been lucky to have good solid players. And then we had Stefan Roberto came in, Stefan Fouillard on the back end came in, and they brought more guys in. And you have guys like Landon Cochran and Taylor Thompson that come into the fold, who are as you see tonight, like great senior hockey players. So it's been a good product here in Rocanville for a lot of years. I would say it kind of started about that 05, and then once you got that 2011 there, it really took off for us.
Absolutely. Jeff, I think we could chat all night, but we're got Taylor waiting for us for part 2 of the Longman Napier's post-game show. Is there anything else you'd like to mention to our viewers?
No, I just want to thank everybody for the support. Like I've talked all along, like senior hockey is just a great product, and we have, so many great players in this province. The guys that are, done junior or done playing midget hockey and staying at home, they want to keep playing, and there's a lot of people that make it happen. I know in Rocanville here, we have so many people that give countless hours of time with the volunteers and to make it all happen. So I'm just appreciative of it because I love being part of senior hockey. It's a big part. I remember as a kid growing up, and that was your end goal. You wanted to play senior hockey, so it's kind of always been like that for me.
Even before the NHL, you always wanted to lace them up and play senior hockey.
Well, the NHL seemed so far away that you didn't even think it was a reality.
That's true.
You went to the local rink and, had a couple uncles that were playing senior hockey, and, those guys that played in the Spile Hilltops, those are my heroes. I remember I was 15 years old. I got to play my first senior hockey game in 1984, and then I played my last senior hockey game in 2022 or 23, so it was about 34 years in between there. So it was a good run.
Ever get the urge to lace them back up?
It's done now. Yeah, it's officially over. It's over.
Because I was talking to John, he said he'd like to come down and play one more game with his dad in Dakota.
Yeah, that would be cool. So,
all right. Well, thank you for your time this evening, and best of luck in Game 3.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Jeff Odgers, Hall of Fame. Well, Life Hall of Fame. He's a great person. If you ever have a chance to chat with Jeff, do so. I've said that a lot, but there's some really good characters here in Southeast Saskatchewan. It's my home region. Mooseman might be my hometown, but Southeast Saskatchewan is my home region. We have Taylor Thompson will be joining us right after this commercial break. You're watching Good on Industries Game Time on TL Media. The Longman Pierce postgame show continues next.
Gateway Co-op, Wanda Heron Photography, Heber's Continuous Metal Roofing, Nixon Electric, Wendy's Place, St. Lazare Tire, Universe Satellite Sail, Sundog Travel, Saskam Sportsman, Community Insurance.
No. Yeah, because that Langenberg game, we were watching that. The guy on
We'll chat about that. Part 2 of the Longman Apiaries postgame show, brought to you by Longman Apiaries, is with Taylor Thompson. Taylor, nice to finally put a face to the name, and we've seen your stats, obviously. 34 goals, 34 assists, 68 points for the regular season, and boatload in the playoffs. And let's talk about how the season and playoff run has gone so far.
Yeah, regular season was good. Strong. I thought we had a strong push on the end there. We really started to find our groove, and then playoffs, same thing. You get guys, the Howies and the Regals who've been here forever and won all the championships. You see what it takes to win. The board battles and the extra battles in front of the net, fighting for pucks and blocking shots, and winning isn't easy to do, or else everyone would do it. That old saying.
Yep.
And that's right. Like it couldn't be more true. But these guys have done it for so many years, and you just seen that's why guys like that.
How many years have you been with the Tigers?
This would be my first year. Came back from playing pro last year. Linked up in Mydale there. You had Dustin Graham there. I seen on the show there last week or 2 weeks ago, and he's a good Brenbury boy, and he wrote me into going on there. But yeah, this is my first year in Rocanville.
Dustin's a reacurring guest. The HPC is one of our newer sponsors here on TL Media. And
great mustache.
Oh, yeah. So you played some professional. What was the first team that you played for?
The very first team would have been Fayetteville, Fire Ants.
The Fire Ants, yeah.
In North Carolina. Then I went to Europe, went to France, Orlando for quite a few years. Really enjoyed my time there. Hard to beat Disney and Universal and all that fun stuff. And then went to England, did a little tour there, and at that time I'd met my wife when I was in Orlando. We got married, and then when she came with me overseas, we had a baby, brought her overseas, and it was fun to transition into that side of it, bring the family over and doing that, and now just back home farming, and we've got 2 girls and doing the family thing, and it's great. Hockey too.
Settled down a little bit.
Yeah.
Back when I was living in Mooseman, I wanted to do sports broadcasting, and I thought I'd be living all over. But then I was lurking at the radio station in Estevan, and the day after I gave my resignation, I started talking to the person that I would eventually marry.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everything happens for a reason there, eh? You got a voice for the radio, though. You definitely got a voice for it on television. Yeah, definitely got. Like we were saying there, nice to put a face to the name. And likewise, I've seen the streams and a big fan.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of your play as well.
Thank you.
What was it like playing for Brenbury and the crowd that night?
It was awesome because during COVID, I didn't go down and play. My wife was pregnant, so we just stayed at home. And we ended up playing 2 games with the Cougars, which was nice to kind of put on the jersey with all my buddies growing up with. And then they always had a team. They would go with Rocanville, have battles all the time, and in the finals, and they never could really pull it off. And so they just wanted one more kick at the can. And So we put this provincial team together, and the Rocanville guys are nice enough. We played an exhibition game with them and just got our legs underneath us, and it was awesome. The community, you've seen, like, the community came out. It was a great turnout for one game. I mean, it would have been nice to get a few more in there,
but you guys had a tough matchup.
Yeah, and especially guys not playing all year, and that was a good team too. But I was happy with the boys' effort, and the turnout, the support from the community was awesome too.
One of the perennial powerhouses, Davidson.
Yeah, tough pull for the first round. But.
Yeah, after guys just wanting to get out there and shoot the breeze and have some brewskis after the game.
I know, and you're hoping, because you can get a favorable matchup, and we were hoping if we got a matchup, we could at least maybe squeak out a series win and catch our legs and get going from there. And yeah, that was a tough matchup, but it was still great. No regrets. We're happy we did it, and it was awesome. One
of the big highlights of our season was Donnie St. Marie getting ejected.
Oh, he was Donnie's a character. I don't know if you listen to the HBC podcast there. Talking about he used to come back through Langenberg, and he would dump his garbage out coming through Langenberg. That guy he's got some stories, and he's a character. He's one of those guys, they don't make him like that, and he's a character.
No, he seemed like a pretty good guy. That was the first time I met Donnie. It was kind of ironic. I got into doing writing during the COVID 2020 when I heard the Triangle Hockey League was going to fold.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I grew up watching that league. I need to write my thoughts down on paper and give it the true legacy that it deserves. So I sent it to a few papers, loved the feedbacks that I got, and just kept writing and writing ever since then. And when we moved to Boisevane, I gave Ed Dick a call. He said, how would you like to come, and I'm looking for someone to video the game so my dad can watch it from home because he can't come out because of the restrictions. And I said, I jumped at that opportunity.
And that's how you started coming out?
That's how we started.
I like that. And to build off your writing, they put your write-up in the Four Town Journal, and my dad kept it, and I read it. That was very, very well-written piece about the Brenbury hockey back in Brenbury there. That was really good. Very good piece, yeah.
Ryan Stanko and I are very good friends. He's the editor of the Four Town Journal, and if you have a chance to pick up a copy, I will have something in that this week. The Churchbridge Imperials award supper is this evening, and Ryan's there. He'll have some pictures in this week's Four Town Journal, and I'm going to do a little bit of a write-up for it. Anyway, let's talk about tonight's game and I didn't quite catch your stat line. Do you have any recollection of? I know you got at least that one beauty.
I think that's all I got. All the other, everyone played great. 7 goals, and I think each line had 2, and the D, you can't just say enough about the effort of everyone. That was a playoff game, start to finish. Played hard the whole way, and that's what it takes in the playoffs to bring it on home. You got everyone. You need contributions from everyone on the ice, and that's what we had tonight, and it was just really good to see.
One last question before we sign off. What do you guys have to do to answer the noise in Canora on Friday night and bring home a championship?
I think same thing. You just got to bring that playoff mentality. Every shift matters. Canora, they're not going to roll over and die. They're a good team over there. And, it's a good atmosphere in their barn. It's going to be packed, I'm sure. Just got to keep playing our playoff hockey, and, hopefully the result's going to go our way and we can win her.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just appreciate you having me on here.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you. Taylor Thompson of the Rocanville Tigers, and 68 points in 34 regular season games. Won the scoring title in the league. He was one of the top scorers in all of Saskatchewan senior hockey. He was our second guest on the Long Mini Piers postgame show. And our next broadcast will be tomorrow night, producer Mitch is going to make the trek to Kenaston for Game 2 between the Lumsden, or Beach Boys, as the Monday Nooner likes to call them, the Lumsden Monarchs, do battle with the Kenaston Blizzards, Game 2 of the Saskatchewan A Provincial Championship Series. Final score from Rocanville, Tigers win 7-2. They take a commanding 2-0 series lead, heading back to Canora. For Mitch Selkirk in Saskatoon, Travis Longan right here in Rocanville. So I'm saying, take care of yourself and each other. We'll see you tomorrow night.